And we're back to Mad Games Tycoon with applesauce and the tasteless video game studio. The studio that thinks that taking selfies is not at all narcissistic. We need to be working on a few more patches, specifically for Roller Girl, yes. Wow, patches for Roller Girl are super cheap. Okay. And quick. Well. What do we need to work on? Marketing? Not really. History of the time, maybe. Yeah, history of the time needs a bump. Do we need more copies of anything? Again, history of the time at Bandcamp. Maybe 100,000 more. You can go back to production contracts. And you finished the patch, of course, because it is super fast. And Roller Girl, oh, it's really selling a lot of copies, but our profit margin is tiny, so let's keep supporting that, though. Though I'm not sure a publisher would be working on patches, the developer should be working on patches, right? That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, keep hyping up FIFA Club World Cup. How much was a Lockstar? A Lockstar? Oh, they've gone right up the charts there. Okay, we're gonna get Westwood or Lionhead, maybe. Huh. We could have a studio specialize in specific genres, like Westwood on RTS, Quantic Dreams, and like interactive movie type stuff. Yeah, actually. TPS, arcade games, strategy games, Naughty Dog, yeah, that's also a TPS. Well, we'd make them do FPS, I guess. Oh, Crazy Realms would be FPS. Yeah, maybe we should divide them up. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 22. There's not 22 genres, right? When you go to the... how do we check genres? How do we check game genres available? Not sure. We'll have a lot of fans, we know that. This just tells us how many games are out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we can see our engines. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's more studios than genres, so we would only need 16 studios to have one studio per genre working exclusively on our consoles. Yeah, I think we're all gonna do that, in fact. Quantum Dreams, management, genre, you will make... What are they? Adventure games? Maybe they're adventure games more than interactive movies. They're between the two, so Yeah, make adventure games. What games have they developed recently? Ah, Souls of Rose. Fighters and Elves. Did that sell well? Souls of Rose. Needs to be much better. Yeah, 71. Yay, lots of bugs apparently. Yeah, that one was not good. That was before we bought them, right? This is after. Yeah, okay, 75. Yeah, an exclusive for our console, and that was, yeah, not an exclusive. 71. Yeah, they need to get it better. They need to get better. Maybe if they only work one genre, they'll specialize enough to, you know, get the hang of it, hopefully. Nintendo MX? That's a future console, right? Let's make one more patch for Roller Girl. And we need more copies of Rambo. And maybe a bit of a push-up for History Other Times at Bandcamp. How much was it? A billion, right? Yeah, just over a billion. For Northwood to work on RTSs for us. Oh yeah, we're not working on enough patches for Rambo. That's our mistake. Just dropping, yeah, dropping too steeply there. Man, not bad. Not bad numbers for a third party there. Yeah, I thought those 5 million in 6 weeks was a bit short, but now we know. So, we need more copies for Roller Girl. Still selling really well. And Christmas isn't that far off, so... Well, we've made a profit from it, but I mean, for a 5-star game, this is pathetic. And how much work we're having marketing it, making patches for it, it's just not worth the hassle. Oh yeah, we seriously overproduced the Light Knight, damn it. Sales dropped off like there's no tomorrow. Well, I got 2 healthy MMOs going, that's something. Okay. A sequel to the Light Knight, the Bright Knights, needs a bit of marketing now. Yeah, the profit margin is so small that if we overproduce even a tiny bit, we have no profit margin at all. That is, yeah, not good. Publishing is not good business in this game. Not the way I know how to do it, so... Well, I do... I have to say that the developers do deserve the large part of the largest piece of the pie, but still. So, we need a patch for Rambo. And 10 million to go to break even. I don't know we're gonna get there. I don't know that we're gonna get there. Well, Remedy has bought the dev kit finally, so they're making a game for our console. How many games are there on our console, by the way? Not that many. I mean, AAA games are harder to make than the crap we made back in the day, but still. They take longer. It's already outsold Panther Master. Still way, way, way in the red, though. Okay, so you're dwindling. That's fine. Any new research at all? No. I don't think there's gonna be much, if any, from now on. More copies for Roller Girl. Okay, let's make an extra 50. Christmas is coming. Yeah, don't know if it's gonna get there. Oh, you finished improving it, so... can start working on the bugs, I guess. Oh, and... oh yeah. These guys are not working as fast as they used to for some reason. I'll have to wait on them again. Okay, release the game. 1 week. Don't do automatically. Let's go for the 25, the usual. Really well. 86, okay. Not terrible. And, oh yeah, we forgot... no, that's not what I meant. The Army of Lightness Strikes, yeah. There. So, okay. While they're doing that, still, yeah. Probably never gonna be new research now. And... patches, patches, patches. Maybe a last one for a Roller Girl. You can work on one last push for Rambo, the farming simulator. You see, Mexican cartel blood is fertilizer for the turnips. That's how that works. And we could work on a new game. Should we make... yeah, it's gonna be tight. Make another strategy game, and that's already a strategy game, so... not gonna make a third in a row. So, what we should be working on instead, I think, is an entirely new genre. So, what engines do we need to improve We have never made... fighting game. I don't think we've ever made a fighting game. We've made a sports fighting simulation. We've never made a fighting game, I don't think. Ah, id Software has bought the dev kit for the console. We're gonna have a good FPS on there, apparently. Oh crap. We did not produce... damn it. Army of Lightness, best graphics. And the Lightning is the best game. Ah, just missed out on the best sound then. Roller Girl needs more copies. Stop automation. We're running short of copies apparently. You can make patches for the brand new game. Okay, and you can start working on a new game. So we're gonna make a fighting game. Should it be an MMO? Yeah, it's been what, a year? Yeah, more than a year. So let's make our third MMO to rotate the older one, which should be FIFA, out at some point. Fighting games are out now, but in 30 weeks we're almost sure they're not going to be out of genre, right? And it's going to be a fighting arcade game. So, fighting arcade. Fighting game, barbarians and assassins. Fighting engine, Budokan X. Fighting games are, what, aimed at teenagers, I guess? Not sure. Any good franchise names for a fighting game? Transformers, maybe. Robopolice Pro Tracer. For barbarians and assassins, though, I don't know what this movie's supposed to be, but Savior sounds like a good game title for a fighting game. So, the Uranus Blaster, PC, Bonska Muck, and yeah, wow, the Atari is really doing it, right? Huh. Ah, the Switch is right behind it. So, we do not know anything about fighting games, right? Not much. Just a few with a secondary, maybe just the one, in fact. Golf World, oh no, and Weapons, Gun and Steel, okay. Ah, and these two, okay. So I don't know much, so let's keep it tidy. Improve everything as per usual. The game would really do well to have just a single button for activating all of the improvements all at once. Sort of a macro setup of sorts. You could automatically activate things if you wanted. Right, so that's on. We're not producing copies of Army of Lightness Strikes Back fast enough. And just coming at patches. Okay, we've sped that up a bit. Let's speed up the patch making. Oh, and these guys... Okay, you failed to finish a contract. It's been a while since you've done that. You can make a few extra copies of Roller Girl. Yeah, we really overproduced the Light Knight. That's what? How much does it cost to make? Like $9. Yeah, that's like 3 million money left on the table there. Okay, production is barely keeping up. Let's give it a bump. Ah, Roller Girl needs more, not that many. Okay, so just make a short run there. Rambo, yeah, 10 million, that's not very good. Not good at all. So, oh yeah, FIFO needs a bit of a bump in marketing there. America Cup. And we need a lot more patches for the Army of Lightness Strikes Back. And the Light Knight, yeah, is not selling enough to justify anything more invested in that. Oh, FIFO RMMOs, however, they do need a bit of a bump there. Okay, hold on, there's quite a few bugs still to be ironed out. That's decent enough. That, however, yeah, publishing. Yeah. And this is like a over 90% game. $1 million in profit. Really not worth it. Ah, crap. We are falling behind on production there. So many copies, wow. And we need to work on History of the Thames. Come on, almost. Okay, done. Can come out. Self-produce. It's an MMO add-on, so let's put it at the bargain bin price. Not enough. Okay, is not bad, but 62% is not good at all. So maybe not make many. Not as many, 250,000 maybe. You keep working those patches there. You can make a few patches for the new crap add-on there. See if we can improve it a bit. Spruce it up. Spruce it up just a tiny bit. Just a smidge. Hopefully the add-on brings new subscribers back. Rambo the First Turnip did not make very good sales numbers. But, you know, it's a bit of a risque, high risk, low reward in this case, gamble. Rambo farming is an original idea. Though in almost every movie he ended up at like a Buddhist temple or... But always went back to killing humanity in great numbers. Because that's what he was good at. Just vaguely aiming an automatic weapon at a group of people and somehow hitting all of them without getting shot himself. Okay, so we have those patches beat, so I think we can start working on a new add-on. Actually, yeah, let's make the switch. So you guys do the contract work from now on, because you're terrible. You're just terrible. And those guys will do the add-on. Yeah, so you start working on an add-on for History of the Times. A sponsored add-on by Timex. That's going to be an exciting game. Today we're going to talk about how a very boring corporate structure was set up. Gameplay will be limited to reading long passages of internal documents and the employee handbook. It's a game developed especially for the company executives or something. So, yeah, you work on the bugs for that. We need... Oh, our call... Oh, my. We let that drop a bit too far. We want that to be at 100 at all times. Okay, we need more copies for the Army of Lightness. Yeah, that covers pretty much everything, I think. One patch for the add-on. Alright, I need more copies for that. Okay, so you... I wanted, yes, to work on concurrently on a patch for the Lightness Strikes Back, and you to work on another patch for the America Cup. Right. You can stop that coordination, and you can start coordinating the add-on team. Yeah, actually, you can do the contract work instead. Pardon. Debug good for infocom. Or infogram, technically. Yeah, RPMOs are not great, but they're doing fine. I mean, 250 million apiece, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Right, I think we have enough money to buy a studio by now, right? Yes. Westwood, Lionhead, or Double Fine, or the Bitmap Brothers. Bitmap Brothers are my favorite. Back in the day. But, we have to invest less in Westwood to make them top-notch, so... Now they're a 5-star studio. Publishes game automatically. Develop games only for our console, and you, my friend, will only be making RTSs. Because you're Westwood. Any good games they've... it's been a while. Wow, there's periods of like 3 or 4 years in which they don't make any games, and then 3 in... strange. Flying Taxi, was that any good? No, that was terrible. Well, haven't made many good games recently. In about 10 years. More than that, maybe. Wow. It's been 15 years almost since they made a good game. Maybe not such a good investment. let's hope they make good games from now on, at least. Whoa, that's not good. Okay, let's have a quick look at... all the top 10 are ours. MMOs are just current subscriptions. That's the weekly charts. Island of Monkeys is selling well, apparently. Not so good. Blizzard. Total downloads. Too Greedy 2 still holds the record. It was a direct free-to-play, I think. And it was a 98%, so. And turnover, however, yeah. Too Greedy 2, yeah, Shuffler's Neo, wow. And this is our best-selling retail game. 10 times less profit than a fairly good, but not the same level of quality MMO. Yeah, these are all MMOs and free-to-plays. That's the difference. Games as subsidiaries. None on the market now, and they're all pretty terrible. Deadly Cannons is the only decent return on investment, and that was 7 years ago. This was 25 years ago. Wow, it's been a long time. Okay. So, To make a new console, we will need, an even billion. Not sure we're gonna get there within the game time. Our console hasn't broken even yet. Not yet. Still 100 million off. Not sure it's gonna get there. Not sure it's gonna get there. Need more copies. Yeah, it brought a few 100,000 subscribers back, I guess, the add-on. Well, it's still selling, so probably can do a bit better than that, maybe. Yeah, numbers are slowly going up a tiny bit. So let's market. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. The two MMOs that are essentially making us the big bucks for now. Army of Lightness. Let's work on an America Cup patch quickly. Okay, so large booth. For a second there. Why do we have to scroll up if there's only one entry? Anyway, yeah, let's advertise the add-on and the new games. Yeah, maybe not the add-on. What's our most successful? Actually, History of the Times has more subscribers and downloads, so... And... maybe one last patch for the add-on and that's it. Any legendaries? Probably. Yeah. 2 legendaries. Do we have the space to hire them? Well, I could fire the not good developers, of course. Okay, let's fire you. Who's terrible at programming, for instance? You're good at music, though. You're kind of good at game design. Okay. So we have a few spots. And put them into the legendary group. there anyone that isn't good at anything in the dev team here? They're actually pretty well rounded. Yeah, most of the people here are fairly good. Never been trained, just improving on the job. I think this guy's one of our original devs. You might want to check our first videos for... I think I recognize the name. He's been in the company 30 years. No, 40 years. So, I think I need a few more copies of the America Cup, maybe. Actually, let's hold off on that. Okay, now we do. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be no research at all. Let's work on marketing for... Is it the Bright Knights? No, it's the Saviors, sorry. So many Z's at the end of game names. I'm confused. We don't need... FIFA actually needs a few more copies, so... Get those out. That pump up the numbers a tiny bit, not that much. It was a terrible add-on, but... that pretty much explains it. Work on marketing for the add-on there, for the time being. There's a new patch needed somewhere, not really, so let's have you just do some contract work. Okay, that's done. There's a lot of bugs. Oh yeah, because we're increasing their work speed. And these guys cannot keep up. Wait a bit. No bugs. Perfect. Release. Smash hit 93. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's not MMO, right? No, that's not an MMO. Perfect. So let's produce the game. Like, what, at 1 million copies? Let's stop automation on that, but for the time being, kick off with the first patch already. And while they do that, you can quickly remove some bugs for that project. Okay, that's worked. I might need extra copies for the America Cup still. Okay, and strategy games are still the new on-trend genre. Let's do something different we haven't made in a while. Like an arcade game. We haven't made a decent arcade game ever. So, what was the last arcade game we made? It's not even on the list. Okay, well. AAA. Arcades like for children, right? Everyday life. Like a Simpsons game or something. Radioactivity, because Homer works at the power plant. No, not strategy. An arcade game. An arcade skill game. Right, let's go for a license. An arcade license. Ah, Cincy, yeah. I'd like to make a... That's a fighting game, though. Yeah, Planet for Outer Space. Sounds like a terrible name, which is exactly what we're looking for. Because we make terrible games. The Uranus Blaster. PC. Ponska Muck. And... The Atari is almost as popular as our own console. That's scary. And the Switch is dropping in market share. Okay, well, if that's how the cookie crumbles, let's go for that extra 10% market share. Now, where do we have those juicy, terrible arcade reports? Takatis was a failure. Oh, teenagers instead of kids, okay. And Deep Sea was just as much a failure. We're making a retail game, right? Yeah, retail game. There we go. Everything on. And yeah, we're probably not going to finish this game even. Not on time. Yeah, not really. Not in 3 months. Let's start working on marketing for that, at least. Make it look like we care. And you... start making those patches. So how many, not many, 10,000 maybe? Ah, they missed out on the contract. I'll get right back onto the horse there. Wow, we need a lot more copies. Okay, keep going. Saviors, actually, that looks good. That looks like a Samurai Showdown or something. Okay, you can release it. Best programming ever in 2 weeks. Highly recommend it. Okay, made a decent fighting arcade game. Oh, we don't have the production. Yeah, let's lose that. Let's make, what, 1 million? Yeah, not sure. Maybe 1 million copies. You can remove bugs from other games in the meantime. Ah, our Wolfenstein engine. Yeah, production is not keeping up. Let's make an extra million there. Should we make another game in the next 2 months? I don't think so. So, I just have these guys work on a contract for a tiny bit. How about you fellas? Are you any good at... Oh? Okay, so let's work on music then. Yeah, sales were too slow. We're already too slow. Let's keep that going there. Wow, Saviors is not selling a lot of copies. Why not? $55,000 copies is pathetic. Why is it not selling at all? It's on every console and platform. That's strange. Well, you can go back to contracts then. You can continue producing a lot of bright nights. Christmas was coming, so that's gonna bump up. You just keep upping out the patches. Actually, oh no, you keep doing that. You stop automation. Okay, sales are going up. This is an MMO, so sales are slower, but still. I was expecting a bit more. Okay, any remarketing opportunities? Annihilator. Okay. That's pretty much it, so that's fine. FIFA World Cup could do with a bit of extra marketing here. Yeah, sales of add-ons just by themselves usually not that great. Especially if the studio that made them isn't all that great. But they pump up the original games, the MMO's numbers, so that's pretty much all they're good for. What do we want to bump up? The Timex, right? Yeah, the Timex. Oh man, we need a lot more copies for the Bright Knights apparently. What, like another million? I think it's gonna be the best selling game of all time at this pace. Let's pump up our console popularity there. It's not selling all that many for Christmas, which is slightly disappointing. Ah, I don't think we're gonna, yeah. Everything except soundtrack. Oh, and, oh, that's not... The add-on was actually the worst game of the year. Not many games out, so... 70 something percent? So, we are going to be working on a patch for... what? Why not? The original MMOs. And you... the other one. Okay, so that finished. And I think it would be time for you to work on a new game if we were gonna make one as is. Though if the viewers decide otherwise, we'll certainly review our options. Any good contract work? Not really. 70 million worth of games over 80% that we cannot guarantee. Let's just coast for a while. Here we are. First week of the first month, it's January 2023. It's been a long journey. We've achieved pretty much everything we set out to do. Consoles, excellent games, varied in genre and topics, and MMOs, free-to-plays. Because we're awful, because of course we invented all that crap. We're the worst video game company on the planet. That was the point. But we did not have at any point 2 consoles at once, because they were just too damn expensive for us to develop. In fact, let's check the overall numbers. Still 90 million in the hole, which is surprising because according to my calculations, we should be at, the break-even point at 40 million units. I'm guessing they had lower profit margins during longer periods than I had expected, than $20 per unit. Okay, so, yeah, they'll still need to sell, what, another 5 million or so? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Anyway, console making... no. I'm looking at the wrong one. It already... I see. So my calculations were about right. 40 million units to break even. Yeah, so the Uranus Blaster, after what? 6-7 years in the market, will finally be at the break-even point and start breaking in profits. But the life cycle is already on the far side of the moon, as it were. There's quite a lot of games for it, so that's something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that having development studios making exclusives for it definitely helps. But that's also expensive. So if you go to our finances, and damn it, we can't see this year's. But keeping studios up is an expensive business. If you go to the studios we own, like Quantic, that costs us 3.5 million a month. And the games they make, they don't bring in that money back, so yeah. I don't know how many studios you can actually maintain by yourself. Because at 5 million a studio, yeah, that quickly ramps up. Yeah. So, all-time charts. Dominated by our games, the Sphinx Panther Master X, specifically made for the Panther Master. The best-selling game of all time, though the Bright Knights might... They're closing in on it. They might break that record. They might. And that's retail games. MMOs, of course, don't sell as many units, necessarily. But they bring in the big bucks. Game bundles, terrible. Budget games, they brought in a few millions here and there. Turnover never broke the billion mark, but I mean, pretty good as is. And the game reports, we did have, wow, we really had some terrible games. Man, how... You turn that on, it goes beep, and that's it. That's all the functions available in the game. But typically our games were pretty good. And... well, actually, that's a 97%, not a 98. Never really got to the 100% mark. That's really difficult, especially since our training program never quite reached its potential. We dominated the engine market. They brought in quite a lot of money to the studio. Though they're expensive to develop, I think the profit margin back more than made up for that. And that's about it, my friends. A terrible video game company making terrible video games for terrible customers that have terrible taste. Tasteless. See you next time. Till then.